Myanmar. uh, it is a nation near to India. It shares a boundary with our country. It also the colony of Britishers. Myanmar is famous for take wood and food crops like rice and rice. And coming to the minerals, tin and precious stones, rubies, sapphires. For all these, Burma is a famous one. And it got independence after the Indian independence of 5 months. So they too also wanted to have two houses of parliament similar to India. So after establishing parliamentary system, they have conducted elections in 1951, 1956, and 1960. So in these three elections, different political parties contested. So it appeared at that time that Burma too would emerge as a democratic republic. When elections were going in Burma, everybody believed that Burma also turns to democratic republic similar to India. But what happened? It did not turn to democratic republic because they did not have united political party to lead all the ethnicities. So here uh, in Burma too we find several regions where people speaking different languages and belonging to different races are living. So every race had its own leader, and one race to another race there was no good relation. Constant wars were there among different ethnicities. So to bring democracy in Burma, it's very important to unite all the diversified ethnic linguistic regions. So here one ethnic group, that is Burma. Burma is one ethnic. So Burman ethnic group leader was Aung San. In 1947, he what to call led a movement for independence of Burma. Understand? And Aung San daughter is Aung San Suu Kyi. So this Aung San of Burman ethnic group, he entered into an agreement with several ethnic minorities. Ethnic minorities in the sense certain races whose population is less in strength. Okay. In every nation, we find a majority people and a minority people in population. Those people who are less in population, they are treated minorities. So to bring unity among various ethnicities, Burman ethnic group leader Aung San entered into one agreement with all the ethnic minorities. What was there in that agreement? The agreement tells there would be guarantee of ethnic rights to all ethnicities and also self-determination. All the ethnicities will find a due share and due respect, equality in the process of a democratic system. So minorities, that is minority, ethnic minorities in the sense certain races or war or ethnicities which are least in population are called ethnic minorities. So ethnic minorities also will find a place in the democratic system. This is an agreement Aung San made with many of the ethnic groups, but unluckily he was assassinated. And then after his assassination, there was no leader to bring unity. Immediately, Burma slipped into the military rule. So after the death, assassination of Aung San, Burma slipped into the military rule. It means army captured the power, and this army set up military rule in many of the regions. So many ethnic groups, they also took up arms for protecting their own states from the army rule. And these various ethnic groups, they demanded they should be given autonomy, self rule, and their rights have to be recognized. They should be given due place in the process of democracy. Okay, so these ethnicities, they started a kind of a protest and revolt against the what you call military rule. So various ethnicities, they entered into a kind of conflict. That means one to another, the ethnicities one to another entered into the fight that is called ethnic strife. So by 1962, this ethnic conflicts reached to the peak stage. So by the ethnic strife, the elected government in the sense the government elected in 1960 elections, that was overthrown, and the army leader General Nevin, his name is General Nevin, he captured the power. So he started ruling the what Burma, that is military rule. Their military rule was set up in Burma after 1962. General Nevin, he tried to nationalize all industries and mineral resources which were under private control. Certain social welfare, public welfare schemes also set up by the Nevin government. That is a free public health and education system, free education system. All these were given. And here certain laws also made by this Nevin government, that is army government. Between 1962 and 1965, certain laws are made by the army government. Those laws were against to the landlords. Okay, what that laws here, the law passed here to end the abolition of landlordism. So several laws were enacted in 1960 to 65. One is protecting the rights of the peasants and protecting the land and property of the peasants. This is one law. And second one is abolition of the rents, which is charged by the landlords were very high. Land rents were very high. Landlords charged high rent. So that was abolished. For that one law enacted. Okay. And another law is what? Removing the landlordism and protecting the rights of the peasants, their property and their land. Okay. So from 1962 onwards, their army rule started, and several army generals started ruling the country from 1962. And these rulers, army rulers, they claimed that they were giving socialist policies in Burma. Thus, this only placed what you call the major resources of the country in the hands of army general. What are the major resources? Oil, then mineral. These are in the hands of army generals. So here we find the difference between Myanmar and Libya. Understand? Here in Libya, where the army rule was set up, that led to the development of the welfare activities in Libya. We have seen they have nationalized and irrigation is provided. Uh, then hospitals were established, a double bedroom scheme. Like that, some policies were taken up by Libyan government, that is army government. So here also we see that though army rule was set up in Myanmar, it did not develop. Instead, it turned to impoverished country. What do you mean by impoverished? That means the country was thrown into backward. Okay, how can we say that it was thrown into backward? Because army need what to call children for employing into the mining activity. So here army have gone for army rule, forcefully taken the children of peasants. So peasants were forced to sell their children to the army. So these children were used in mines where the mine conditions were not proper. Okay. So the generals, army generals who ruled Burma, on them certain claims were imposed, that they were accused. Accused means they did something wrong. What was the wrong with army generals? They have violated the human rights. They have not recognized that rights of the people, right? That means without willing, without consent of the people, their children were taken forcibly. So this is the violation of human rights. So there was a gross human rights abusement. Human rights are abused by the what to call army generals. Another thing is that for extracting the minerals from the mines, these people were relocated. Suppose in a region, army wanted to go for extracting the mineral, then the people who were living, they were relocated by the army forcefully, and they also used forced labor. Children also used in the mines. So using the children, taking the children from the parents forcefully, uh, and some what to call labors working in a semi servile conditions, where the conditions are not proper, and some people were working for army without any wages. It is a slave system, what we call forced labor. All these have given a bad what to call thing to the army rule. Students also what did not like this rule, so students started protesting against the what military rule set by the army generals. So whatever the protests organized by the students, all those were suppressed. In 1988, one major protest from the students started, and that also very cruelly suppressed by the army. There thousands of the students were died in that one. Then after, the army government have created a new military council, and that new military council have promised that there would be elections in the next year. That means it promised to stop the protest of the people. There the new military council which formed at that time, that promised elections. It promised what? Elections. So why, if elections are conducted, then people can go for what, giving their vote to whom they want. Understand? People can choose the type of government which they have interested. So such a election was promised by the what to call new military council. Okay, and when this was taking place, there we find Aung San Suu Kyi, daughter of Aung San. She also began to bring the reforms in Burma against the military rule, and with her reforms and organizing the protest struggles, she became what a very important popular leader. Understand? So when elections were conducted by the new military council in the 1990, there NLD, National League for Democracy, it is a political party led by what to call Aung San Suu Kyi. So this NLD party have got a majority of the seats in 1990 elections, right? So here the new military council, before conducting elections in 1990, it know that Aung San Suu Kyi become very popular. So if elections are conducted, there would be success of the Aung San Suu Kyi. So that they have gone for keeping Aung San Suu Kyi in house. That what we call a house arrest. Aung San Suu Kyi was under house arrest by the military government, right? So when she was under house arrest, she made her party to contest in 1990 elections. Though she was under house arrest in the prison, her party have secured 80 percentage of the seats. That means majority of the seats in the parliament won by Aung San Suu Kyi. But the military did not accept it. So military refused to transfer power from the military government to Aung San Suu Kyi, so that she was under house arrest. She remained as a prisoner in her house. Even she was not allowed to talk and move around with in her locality. She was completely under house arrest. She was not even allowed to attend the funeral of her husband. After the death of husband, she was not allowed to attend husband's obituary. Understand? Even she was not allowed to talk to her two sons. Such a critical situation she had faced during the 1990 elections. So there is also one international pressure. Many of the countries in the world observing about the Myanmar situation, they also created pressure on military government by imposing economic sanctions. So what is mean by economic sanction? Many of the international countries which have trade connection with Burma, they stopped their trade. So what is mean by economic sanction? It refers to not allowing the trade between Burma and what you call other countries which have trade with Burma. That what we call economic sanction. Economic sanction means it is a condition laid on Burma that Burma was not allowed to trade with other countries. Understand? It means that Burma did not get any import which are necessary to it from other countries. Even its exports are not accepted by other countries. This is called economic sanction. Okay, there are certain valuable resources in Myanmar, that is take wood, then rice, tin, rubies and sapphires, famous what to call stones, precious stones. All these Burma exported to other countries. So other countries have purchased those resources from Burma. And after 1990, these world countries which have trade connection with Burma, they have stopped it because they want to pressurize the army government that to allow the party which secured majority seats in 1990 election to come into power. So here the military government turned to dictator. In a democratic process, when elections are conducted, winning parties to be allowed to form the government. NLD have got a majority of the what to call seats in the parliament. So the power from army government should be shifted or transferred to the NLD, that is a national what you call NLD, in the sense what it is a political party. Is leader was Aung San Suu Kyi, right? That is a National League for Democracy, right? This party secured. So this party has to form the government, whereas army government was not ready to hand over the power to the this party which got majority seats. So it is a dictatorship. It is undemocratic situation. So to bring into right path, many of the countries which had trade with Burma, they stopped their trade. That what we call economic sanction. So there many of the nations have kept pressure on Myanmar by economic sanction with not allowing trade with Myanmar. So with this what happened? Burma was not able to export its products and it did not get necessary imports. So this great pressure of economic sanction ultimately given trouble to the common people. So common people have not get any benefit because there was no imports which are necessary to the Myanmar. So ultimately, economic sanctions are used by the international countries to bring pressure on the army rule. Over the years, we see that there has been worldwide pressure on the military government demanding that to extend civil rights, that means rights of the citizens, to the citizens were not enjoying their rights. Military government have removed the citizen rights. So due to the international pressure, there was a demand by international countries to extend civil liberty freedom to the citizens, and also demanded for establishing a democratic government. Such a pressure was exerted on the military government by international countries. Okay, this is a situation happened in Myanmar. So what changes have come with this demand in Myanmar? Changes started from 2008. From the year 2008, there have been different forms of changes started taking place in the country. One is throughout the country, they have gone for taking the referendum. Understand what is meant by referendum? Referendum is nothing but taking the opinion of the public, collecting the report of the public. Understand? So here referendum taken in 2008. Okay, in that referendum we see that many of the people given their opinion for establishing democracy. So referendum is given by the people is demanding to form the democracy. They wanted to change their nation into Republic of Democracy. Understand? Myanmar was under military rule, so they wanted to change their country from military rule to Republic of Democracy. This is what a new change we find in Burma from 2008. So according to the referendum, there the government continues to be formed partly through the elections and partly under nomination from the military. Military was not ready, so military government has come down. One step it has come down. It accepted that government should be formed with half half of the members of the government would be from elections. Remaining half of the members in the government, that is representatives from the military, they will be nominated. So as per this condition, their elections were conducted in 2010. Again they have conducted elections in 2010 under the close observation of a United Nations organization. Okay, this time they what to call not allowed Aung San Suu Kyi to contest in 2010 elections. Understand? So Aung San Suu Kyi was barred from contesting. Barred means not allowed contesting in 2000 elections, and she was released from the house arrest only after the completion of 2010 elections. As she was not allowed, then her party, what was her party? National League for Democracy. Understand? So her party also what to call refused to contest in 2010 elections. That means this party was away from 2010 elections because Aung San Suu Kyi was not allowed to contest in the 2010 elections. To support Aung San Suu Kyi, that party also taken an ultimatum that there won't be what to call taking part in the elections of 2010. So as a result, what happened? Only the military backed, that is Union Solidarity and Development Party. There was another party also there. The party name is Union Solidarity and Development Party. This party, with the support of military, got majority of the seats. Okay, and there were some allegations also. What in by allegations? Complaint. Okay, that malpractices are done in 2010 election by the Union Solidarity and Development Party. So there the military junta, there the military government was dissolved, and there they chosen elected Thein Sein. Thein Sein turned to the president of the country. Okay, we see that finally their Union Solidarity and Development Party won majority seats, and this party have gone for what electing the president. Thein Sein, it is the name of the president. Thein Sein become the president of the what Myanmar. Understand? In such a way, we see that military rule in Myanmar ended, and they have succeeded establishing Republic of Democracy in Myanmar. Okay, here Myanmar too what have come from the what military rule. There in Libya, we have seen that military government have extended some public facilities. Here, this military government in Myanmar failed to extend what civic liberties, so that the military government have earned a bad name. Finally, in 2010 elections, there we see that some changes have come, and this Aung San Suu Kyi party was not allowed to contest in the election. She stood up in the opposition party. This is what happened in the Myanmar. Okay,